What's up, everyone? This is Tubasolo coming at you with another gear discussion. Alrighty, so not every time when you go out on the trail are you going to need a full cook set. Sometimes you're just going to go out there and you're going to take a mountain house, and you really don't need everything that you're normally going to bring if you're going to be cooking a full bore meal, or if you're going to be doing some kind of a pasta side or something like that. Many times when I go hiking, if I feel like having a mountain house, I'm going to take something that's vastly lighter than what I would normally take if I was actually doing some actual cooking. Well, because of some of the changes that I did in my cook system and my stove, I ended up actually picking up this TOAKS titanium 550 milliliter pot, and actually it's turning out to be a perfect little pot for just one of those day hike thingies, or if you're just going to be doing something that's just purely mountain house driven. So we'll get right into the set without further ado. What you have here is a nice little stuff sack. I will be honest with you, and I'm gonna sound like super elitist when I say this, but dude, this is like the heaviest stuff sack. Really, it's such overkill for this thing. I know in the grand scheme of things, I'm not gonna be an ounce counter or a gram counter like that, or a gram weenie or whatever, but still, even I'm kind of like, dude, really, this thing is like 100 pounds. Doesn't need to be. So what you got here in the set is you got a 550 milliliter mug, which is got graduated markings, and the new style lid that doesn't pop off like the old style. It's actually set up in such a fashion where it fits like normal. You still have the handle on the top that you can lock into place, but basically the lid has completely been redesigned. Inside the kit, you're going to need something to eat your food with. Okay. You're going to need something to light your fuel with. You're going to need a bandana to wipe your mouth with and hold the side of the cup with. And if you plan to make yourself a drink out of this cup, you're certainly going to need hot lips. And what's really cool about this, check it out. Snow Peak Hot Lips fits perfectly on that cup. Okay. And then my Light Max stove in its little Tyvek baggie is something that I would normally take. So all of that put together, we'll get all this stuff back in here, and actually I'm going to leave the lighter out of this mix because that to me is a consumable. But you put all this stuff in here, get that guy in there so he fits. So again, we're going to leave that out. And we're going to go ahead and weigh this. Okay, so without that stuff sack, this Ultralight cook kit weighs 6.8 ounces. Ready? And then once you add the heaviest stuff sack that ever was created for anything, it moves you up to 7.2. So what was that? 6.8. So almost a half ounce for this stuff sack. Again, complete and utter overkill. You could just as easily do something like this. You can grab a rubber band. There you go. Instant stuff sack. .9. So 0.1 ounce stuff sack. It's actually a rubber band. So there you go. No need for the fancy stuff sack anymore. And what's really cool about this is it even holds your fuel. Look at this stuff sack. That's the best stuff sack I've ever seen. So, but no, well, all kidding aside, yeah, that stuff sack is just a little bit too much for this thing. But what's really cool about this setup is that it allows you to put your canister on top. You know, we'll add this guy in there eventually, but there you go. All set up for mountain house driven adventure. Alrighty, hope you guys enjoyed this gear discussion. I know this was kind of quick, but yeah, feel free to leave comments, ask me questions. I love talking about gear, and I will talk to you guys soon.